Hey, good afternoon, everybody. This is the Two Old Farts. My name's Chuck.
I'm looking better looking on the 204s, even with my new smile.
I
See,
was gonna say you are the better looking. You got you some new choppers.
they got some new choppers.
Look at that, sexy.
Only took 5 hours to make.
Hey, but they made them on the spot, didn't they?
Yes, they did. I think they're experimenting, but it was nice. Went in, did everything, and made them on the spot.
So you were a guinea pig.
Yep.
Okay, you look good. You really do. You don't look like a hillbilly.
Well, that's debatable.
I said you don't look like one. You still may act like one.
Hey, sit back. Let me see. What kind of shirt is that?
It's Creator from the Clash of the Titans tour.
What did you criticize me on last time?
For not wearing that shirt you're wearing. I looked right at it, and I grabbed this shirt, threw it on, and then I see you before we get started. You were walking around the room there, and I'm like, shit, he's got his T-shirt on.
That's because your mom made me. She said, "Don't forget."
How's she doing?
She's doing good. And two
It's
more
been a long
days.
time been a long time since I saw her. Like what, 12 hours ago?
Yeah. She had fun. Yes, we all did. We all had fun. It sure was nice.
Who'd we go see last night?
Home last night was nice. It only took us like 40 minutes to get home.
Really?
Yep.
That was fast.
Yep. Traffic was good, and I cut out all that intersection. I cut through by Fiesta, Texas, down through that way. So I cut out the intersection around 1604 and that intersection. Yeah.
Okay. But who'd we go see last night?
The Bellamy Brothers. They sounded pretty good. I thought they sounded better last night than the first time we saw them.
They might have. They really might have. We saw them a few years ago with Kevin Fowler, wasn't it?
Right. Of course, it could have been the venue too. That's a really nice venue out there.
Yeah, it's new. It's a little more modern than Floors. A little more intimate than Floors.
And the people are nice. The folks, Floors in there, both everybody has a good time. Everybody enjoys, but it seems like people are a little bit friendlier and a little bit. They seem to be having a better time. I don't know. I'm sure that's not true, but it seems like it to me.
It could be because it's new, so you're probably a little more conscious of how people are there and how the staff is.
Well, it's a little bit more family friendly too. You had those two kids playing with what do you call it? Kicking the ball around the pole.
Oh, that was tetherball.
Tetherball.
Yeah, they were playing tetherball.
You see a lot of young kids there and stuff. But it's really a nice venue.
Yeah, I will admit or agree with you rather that you do see a lot more kids. I don't want to say children.
Yeah,
you see kids at that venue. I have never seen anybody small at Floors. Like 8, 9, 10, 11, 12.
Right.
Like you see at the Roundup.
And I understand that. They're marketing to the family, and Floors is probably marketing
to adults.
For adults, entertainment and stuff like that. So, but I like the choice of the beer. I like Nicklin and I like Shonabach. So last night I kind of split it in two.
So yeah, the Roundup has it going on when it comes to beer because Floors and a bunch of other venues are like Bud products only. If it ain't a Budweiser, Anheuser-Busch product, you ain't getting it, and I don't like that.
Right. So, No, but I thought they put on a really good show, and it's nice that they give shout out. Like I think there's like 2 birthday parties there last night. One sitting to our right. I think there's one on the right as we came up the steps too.
Yeah, to somebody named Mona. It was her 50th birthday.
So, and speaking of birthdays, your mom's got one coming up in a couple of days.
Try tomorrow.
Huh?
Tomorrow.
Yes.
It was a couple of days ago yesterday.
You know what I mean?
That is.
If you're from my part of the country, you understand what I'm talking about.
Whatever, old man.
just don't tell her that.
Why? She looks damn good for her age. She should be shouting it from the rooftops her age.
Yes, she is. And starting tomorrow, I can't argue with it. I can't. We're equal for the next 2 months.
For the next 2 months, and equal in age.
Well, she says we're equal. Period. In the next 2 months, I can't pour rank on her until after 2 months. But she and that music is a little bit more, I think, in her style. She's not particularly a big country and western fan. She doesn't dislike it or anything like that. But I think the music they played last night is probably more in line with what she really likes.
Oh, yeah, the Bellamy Brothers, I think they kind of really revolutionized country in the 70s because it had gone pretty pop rock, Dolly Parton, Kenny Rogers, the blind singer we just saw.
George Strait.
Ronnie Millsap.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was.
She likes Ronnie Millsap, too.
Exactly, because he's not like a traditional country singer.
Right.
And the Bellamy Brothers, they kind of had like that 60s rock kind of a feel to it. And then you throw in some of that island reggae, with their song Reggae Cowboy. They kind of had, what the heck is that guy's name? He sings Cheeseburger in Paradise. Jimmy Buffett, kind of a Jimmy Buffett kind of a party feel to the music.
The other thing I noticed, they gave you their money's worth last night. They just consistently sing all night long for that hour and a half. They didn't stop. They didn't. Sometimes people will put a little talk in there and stuff like that. Just I think kill a little time or whatever.
Kind of stretch it out a little bit.
They just went from one song to the next one.
Yeah, they did.
Yeah,
some people will criticize, an artist by saying that they didn't stop and engage the audience, and then on the other end of the spectrum, you got people who are like, "Oh, all they did was stop and talk to the audience. I just wanted to hear them sing." You're never going to make anybody happy. And they had a lot of hits to go through.
Yeah, they did. You could see. I really think they appreciated the crowd last night. Maybe they were surprised with the weather because the weather turned out really nice.
It got cool. The rain stopped. But you know what else we haven't mentioned about the Roundup? There's a lot of people that dance there. You don't see a lot of dancing at floors. You see a couple of people, but there were couples out there dancing all night long to the song.
Oh yeah.
And everywhere you looked, you could see somebody mouthing the words to the song. Right. And it wasn't just the 3 or 4 of their biggest hits. It was like all the songs. Because, it's the Bellamy Brothers. Everybody knows their songs.
Yeah,
even if you say you don't know them, you do know them.
Yeah, that party to the right of us, when we were facing the stage, there was a young kid, because all of you guys are young kids to me, but he was singing all the words. He looked like he was probably 18, 20.
Yeah, he was a young looking guy.
Yeah, and he knew all the words to the songs and stuff. So that will tell you the range that they appeal to a wide range.
Yep. And Mario Flores in the Soda Creek Band, they didn't disappoint.
He is good. I really like that young man. I think he has a fantastic voice.
He really does. He's got a great band.
Yeah, and for me, and I'm getting older and wear hearing aids. I want to hear the words. And a lot of times, a lot of entertainers, the music drowns out the words. That's just me, how I see it. And with Mario, I can understand what he's saying. I like the words. I can follow along with him.
His vocals aren't buried in the music; they're on top of the music. You can hear him cut through the music.
Yeah, he's really. I hope him. I wish him the best. I hope he can really make it big. He has a wide range of songs and.
Yeah, he can sing just about anything, but he loves that '90s country sound. He really does.
Yeah. It was a really good evening, a special evening, and your mom liked that Mother's Day present you gave her.
Oh, the candle.
Yeah. What was it that said on there about sorry about your sister?
Something, man, I can't remember what the heck it said. Let me look.
Yeah, I think it said something about sorry about my sister or something like that.
Let me look. Hang on. Let me view my order. I hadn't even looked at it since it came in. Sorry about my sister. At least you have me. Happy Mother's Day.
Yeah. That's pretty neat. She got a kick out of that.
I've gotten a few things from mom from there. It's called nicestufformom.com. They have like a lot of novelty candles. Nice stuff for mom. You guys should check them out.
Well, I don't have a mom anymore. She's in heaven.
I know.
Yeah.
But for the people that listen to us out there, they may still have a mom.
Yeah.
They even have Father's Day stuff.
Yep. So. Right.
Like this one candle says, "I made this day possible. You're welcome. Happy Father's Day."
That's just what I need is a candle.
Yep, Dad. Candle. Please light this candle when you fart.
Yeah, I was say I need to take women to the bathroom.
Yeah. Or, I just wanted to remind you how lucky you are to be my dad.
Okay.
That's on a candle.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's on a candle. So, nicestufformom.com. If you need a gift for your mom or your dad, I've had a lot of success there at Nice Stuff from. What was it? Nice Stuff for Mom? I done forgot what the heck the name. That's how bad. Yeah, nicestufformom.com. Man, my memory sucks. I just was there and then I done forgot the damn name of the website. Can you believe that?
Yeah, I can believe it. Too much on your mind. Too many things to remember these days.
Yeah, there's been a lot. It's been 2 weeks since we last recorded an episode. Time got away from us last weekend. I was out of town for my anniversary, and then it kind of rolled into Memorial Day. So to all those who have given, their last full measure, and to their families, thank you.
Yes, thank you very much. So how was your anniversary? How was your trip to the coast?
It was nice. It was a lot of fun. Got to go hang out on the beach, swim in the pool at the condo. So yeah. Why?
Probably kind of nice to get away, just the two of you, right?
Well, the two of us and the dogs.
Well, you're not going to get rid of them. They're family.
No, they're family.
They just can't take care of themselves.
Well, not too well. They still need a little help.
But they take care of you. They let you know when something's around and you're not supposed to be doing something.
You're not going to sneak up on my house with my dachshunds.
Yeah.
They'll sniff you out and they will hear you out.
That's why dog's best friend.
Yep, man. Dogs are man's best friend. Yep. Speaking of dogs, I think it was yesterday. No, it was Saturday. Brenda and I and Mackenzie watched a movie. I think it was on Paramount Plus. It was called Dog, just called Dog. It's about a veteran who used to be in the 75th Ranger Regiment. He was discharged because he had a traumatic brain injury and he wasn't fit to serve. And his buddy has died, and he was a dog handler in the Ranger Regiment. So his unit, when they were, I guess, toasting him, his former commanding officer asked him to bring his dog down to the funeral because, the parents wanted to see the dog and for him to drop off his personal effects. And in the dog, it was in bad shape. It was very aggressive, very mean. And they were going to put the dog down after the funeral. So part of the deal for him to come back on active duty, his commanding officer would sign off on it, which he was to take the dog down to the funeral and then bring the dog to White Sands Missile Range and drop him off to be euthanized. So that's the premise of the movie. It's very good. It's very sad. You should go see it. It's one of them that hits you right here in the feels.
Yeah. I'll tell you, they're your best friends, especially in military working dogs. I can speak from the heart. Wolf was my best friend. Broke my heart when I had to leave him over there. Even broke it more than when we did pull out. We left all those dogs over there.
It's that you mentioned that, and while we were watching that, Mackenzie came in kind of late. She was staying with us, and she kind of came into the movie a little bit late, and I was filling her in on some stuff. And then she asked about you and your dog in Vietnam, and I told her a little bit about it. And then she said, "So what happened to his dog after?" And I'm like, "He left the dog there. He had to go back to the States." Well, she started crying. And then, she asked about the dogs in Vietnam. And I said, "Sadly, we left them all when we pulled out." And she just started bawling. She's like, "Why did we do that?" And I'm like, "I don't know." And it wasn't like it was a secret that we were leaving. I mean, we've been pulling out for years. So, and I think we left some dogs behind when we pulled out of Afghanistan too.
Oh, is that right?
I think so. Well, we left a ton of equipment.
Yeah, and all you had to do is tell those handlers that each handler would have brought them back, and then there was just a few dogs who didn't have handlers. I'm sure it'd be like in the hundreds total, when you look at total services. Because I know when I left, all of our dogs were assigned. And there was a handler assigned to my dog before I ever left. And we had that transition. There's a lot of stories that you hear about people. We had a friend of mine, one night he was walking in the POL area, and his dog just stopped. So he stopped. And, your dog stops and it alerts on you. You just know it. You can feel it, and obviously you see it too. And he alerted. And he talked to him a little bit and tried to get him to go forward. The dog wouldn't move. And then after a few minutes, he could tell the type of alert wasn't necessarily on a human, but he didn't know why the dog wouldn't move. So he tried to push the dog forward. The dog wouldn't move. So he went a step forward. When he did, the dog stepped forward and hit him in his left leg and pushed him a little bit. And the dog got struck in his right front leg by a crate snake.
Wow.
That's how they take care of you. They take care of their friends and their partners. And the dog was okay. We airlifted him out of there to Saigon to the vet down there, and in a couple of months he was back up there working again.
Wow. It's amazing. It's if you want to do some research, people, look up military working dogs. I mean, these dogs jump out of airplanes with their handlers now.
Oh yeah, just right with them.
Every step of the way.
I think they even did that in World War II, if I remember correctly. I think I've seen somewhere a few dogs in World War II, special type dogs. Yeah, and
they may have.
And the diversity of the types of dogs and what they can do and how they've been used, like narcotics and search and for
search and rescue, cadaver dogs, bomb dogs, emotional support dogs.
Yeah.
Dogs that can sniff out when a person's going to have a seizure and help calm them down. Yeah, the dogs can sense when a person's getting ready to have a seizure.
And they don't talk back.
Nope, they don't. So we were at the Bellamy Brothers last night. Brendan and I have a concert this Saturday, The Great Divide, and then 2 weeks after this weekend, what do we have coming up, Dad?
We're going to see Tanya Tucker
at Floor's Country Store.
Yeah.
John T. Floor Country Store. We're coming back, baby.
We got another one coming up after that too, right?
In July, Charlie Robinson and Jason Boland and the Stragglers.
Yeah.
On my birthday.
Yeah.
On my birthday.
Yeah.
And I have it on my calendar on the 17th to not miss our DAV chapter meeting.
This what?
DAV chapter meeting on the 17th. I have it on my calendar so I don't forget.
Yeah. We have our state convention this coming weekend, so I'll be in San Marcos this weekend, Friday and Saturday for our state convention.
Oh, are you going?
Yep.
Okay.
We were going to send Leon, a new commander, to the national convention in Atlantic City. And they were asking me to go, but they're all booked already at the national convention.
Really?
Yeah. You got to give a shout out. DAV does a lot to help veterans, and I get those newsletters every day, and I try to forward them out. And we just lost our state commander.
You sent out the funeral announcement.
The 30th. Have services for him. He's a really nice guy. I met him a couple of times. Really nice guy. And then his wife is the national commander of the DAV auxiliaries.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So I'm going to meet with Leon tomorrow. We just had we started doing the flag cases for deceased veterans. So the mahogany is for the larger flags that's presented at the funeral. So we're going to take one up this weekend and present it at the convention, at the state convention to the state that will present it to the family on behalf of our chapter 14.
Okay, that's very nice. I'm sure she'll appreciate that.
Yeah, it's a nice one. It's mahogany and it's wood and it's you can either hang it or it sits on a pedestal, whatever your choice is, and we have a nice little scene and loving memory and thanking him for all the service to the comrades and DAV and to the country.
Can you believe I submitted a claim for my burn pit stuff for sinusitis and rhinitis for my burn pit exposure in February, 4 months ago. 4 months ago to like the day. And it's still in evidence gathering and review. 4 months and they have not made a decision yet.
It'll probably take you a couple of years. I may have to look at that too, because I was looking at the claims and stuff like that. And I got a letter from the VA the other day about the PACT Act and stuff like that.
I got one too.
Chronic rhinitis and chronic sinusitis.
Right.
I have a zero rating for those things. So I was wondering if I might need to put it in it won't help my rating as far as numbers are concerned, but
well, a 0 means you have it and they recognize it. It's just not compensable. That's all that means.
Right. So but we encourage all of our veterans. Don't do like I did. Listen to your
Don't
son.
wait.
Listen to your son. Friends and get out there and get those claims in.
And if there's any veterans out there listening to us, come to our webpage, the2oldfarts.com. It's the number 2, so it's the number 2 oldfarts.com. You can get to our email, which is the2oldfarts@outlook.com. If you have any questions, email us. We can help put you in the right direction with any of the veteran service organizations that are in your area. We will help you, get to those people that can help you with get your claims, get the medical help that you may need, medicines, whatever. If you're a veteran.
Absolutely. And we have in our particular chapter, we have at least 5 chapter services officers that we can refer you to if need to, especially if you're in the San Antonio area. So
correct. And if not, we can put you in the right direction wherever you're at.
Absolutely. Like you told me once before, you go in whole, but you don't come out whole.
That's right.
Took me a while to understand what you meant by that. It's so true. And the other thing, all of you veterans that are on active duty, every time I see a veteran on active duty, I tell them what you always tell me: get it documented, get it in your records. It doesn't matter how minor or how insignificant it may be to you. Get it in your records, and get it documented.
I'm helping a buddy who's getting ready to retire at the end of the year. I've been guiding him through the whole process since the beginning of this year when he got his retirement approved, and I'm walking him through all of the steps, everything. And he was complaining about, it's so hard to get appointments in the military. I said, then be the squeaky wheel. Be so squeaky that they will make you the appointments, to get you to shut up. And guess what? He's getting his appointments.
Yeah.
I said, every single thing, just get it documented, everything, and get a referral.
A good example, when you retired, you were at 70%, I believe, the day you retired. And that's a big difference between veterans who prior wars and times didn't have that. Most people just, like when I got out, your grandfathers got out, just signed that piece of paper and you got out. And that was it.
But there was nobody advocating for you, nobody telling you your benefits. And the reason we have what we have today is because of your generation, the Vietnam generation, who fought so hard for all of the benefits that we have today.
And we still got
this generation owes a debt to your generation.
Yeah. And the biggest thing now that we need to fight for, besides our veterans, is the spouses and children.
Yes,
it is so
absolutely
unfair because they served right along with us,
and suffer right along with us.
Probably more in some respects because they have the mental as well as the physical barriers, just like you do. When your father-in-law was deployed, when his mom, she had to take care of the family, just like your mom when I was gone. She took care of the family and those kind of things. Fortunately for me, I didn't have that many tours unaccompanied. I only had one. That was the year you were born. But you know what? When you're TDY or you're doing other things and you're committed to doing your job and protecting this country, it's sometimes it's like being deployed.
Yep.
So,
well, one thing before we close out, Dad. So it's a brand new month, and while you were talking, I pulled up our Podbean. That's who hosts our podcast, podbean.com. We've only had one download this month, but it's only been 5 days. And out of all the countries in the world, this one download, what country do you think? Where do you think it came from?
Britain, England.
Close. They are English speaking, but they're not from the UK. Well, not from Britain.
Okay.
They speak English there.
Australia.
No, you went too far. Really close to us.
I have no idea.
Really close to us in America. Who's our neighbor that speaks English, Dad?
Up north of us.
Yeah, up north.
Yeah,
Canada.
Canada.
Yep, the one download this month has come from Canada, precisely from the province of Ontario. I hope I pronounced it's either Ontario or Ontario, but it came from Ontario, Canada.
That's pretty neat.
Yep. So thank you, Canada. Thank you, Canada.
Is that our
first one and only download this month?
Is that the only one from Canada so far, or do we have others? Do you know?
Last month we had one download from Canada, and it came from Ontario.
Okay.
So maybe it's the same person. Maybe they're curious. I don't know.
Well, their hockey teams didn't do too good. Jordan and I were talking about that because she's a big Canadian hockey fan and stuff. But
so yeah, can you believe in the last year we had 28 downloads from Ontario, 9 from Quebec, 4 from British Columbia, 2 from Alberta, 1 from the Northwest Territories, 1 from Saskatchewan, and 2 from unknown. So
that's pretty awesome.
Manitoba and Nunavut have not had any downloads, nor New Brunswick or Nova Scotia or Newfoundland and Labrador. So come on, guys, get it together. Oh, and the Yukon Territory.
Yeah, give us a shout out.
So we need you guys to download.
Yeah. We'd love to hear from you.
We do want to hear from you. We want to make this podcast the best that it can be, because we're just a couple of two old farts who like to ramble on. We have no script.
I didn't realize we're at 32 minutes already.
Yep. We have no script. We just come in hot and just start talking. Maybe that's why nobody listens to us.
Yeah, it was fun last night watching the Bellamy Brothers and watching all the people dancing. Well, that one old guy was Vietnam, right? That was
table across from us. Yeah, he was dancing every song.
Yeah. He has some good moves.
All right, people. Thank you for listening. We hope you enjoy the podcast. And if you like us, spread the word. Keep downloading. You can watch us on YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, all the socials. And hopefully one day my dad will start tweeting on the account and start posting some goofy things.
Well, I went on the website this morning and talked a little bit about our adventure last night.
On which website?
I'm going to give a big shout out to Dr. Gleason at the VA hospital. She's a doctor that's been taking care of me. This is her last month there doing her training and stuff. And then she's going back to Georgia, but she's one I got to thank for this new tooth and all the process that it worked through. So thank you, Dr. Gleason.
All righty. So thank you, everybody. Y'all take care. We're the two old farts. I'm Chuck.
I'm Lou. You have a good one. And love you guys.
All right. Y'all take care.
All right. See ya.
See ya. Bye.